touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here that's complete. The 40, 30, 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He gets this to Davante Adams. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. It's right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's off.
Hey, take 26.
Shouting through the defense. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Green 18. You better be ready.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Sheds another. Oh, breaks another. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And
here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
they are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Jones. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 7 yards there and a first down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Redskins who were victorious in that one on the road. Dwayne Haskins, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Next, we head off to check out another game. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. 20-14, the final score. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Tom Brady, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His 5 touchdown passes have him on a record pace. As for the call of the second half, we'll turn it back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, hang on.
Where's the... Green 18.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Space to maneuver at the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Blue 58, back north. Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
On first down, Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage on the first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now Rodgers throwing on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Rodgers now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, just a deadly combination, and we see why right there.
And we've seen it develop over the years because when Davante Adams first joined the Packers, he had to earn the trust of the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He has it in a big way now. He'll throw it to him long, he'll throw it to him short, but he always expects a big play to result.
Adams, former 2nd-round pick out of Fresno State, plays like a 1st-round pick in the NFL. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now he's at that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
No, she's
on like the fifth tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on to kick for a sixth time tonight. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Past the 20, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the fifth most in one season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be. Be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Here's Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and his guys capitalize on the short field. They'll go again to Jones. Still going. And some room to roam now. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 71 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, what we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken tackles, and they're leading to a huge touchdown play.
Yeah, none of them more glaring than what we just saw there, but we've seen it throughout this game, whether it's in tight, running through the line, out in open field.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And good hustle here, as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg, and incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheat.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 48 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the track.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Throwing on first down. Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss.
Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football.
Green 18. Eat. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
11 yards there, first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys. Let's go, let's do it.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. On 1st and 10, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And some space here. Oh, he sheds himself free. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
Rodgers on 1st down. It's caught outright by Graham. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And while that's his 2nd rushing touchdown, 3rd total, he did the receiving TD earlier.
He creates a matchup nightmare all the time, doesn't he? If you pull...
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the... Rodgers on 1st and 10. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers going to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards on the play. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
Single. 319. I'm trying to collect. Hey, alert 3.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Rodgers to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 36, Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field.
Mike, 158. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Switch.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Switch up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Here in the 4th as it was.
18. 54. Rip right. He's coming.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Let's go, guys.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working at it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Now Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check 99. 10 to 50.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now it's Rodgers, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were so hard to stay in there.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.